she sits up. She's like right in front of the camera. What? What just happened? Okay. I press this thing, okay? How?
Anyway. Anyway. Yes, this is where Foxy Ghosts live right now. Hello and welcome. Good morning, everyone. Hey there, Ekanerat, PCU, Tenchi, Cat, Lamp, Panzer, Cat, PCU, Panzer, Ferethi, PCU. I know there was someone else. Pretty sure. I think. Cat screwed up. Oh no. There's no more. Okay. Hello, welcome. And as I said, my cat is sitting right in front of me. So if there's any weird movement at some point, it's her just sitting still right in front of my camera while looking at the screen. Good evening to you, Panzer, and good morning for everyone that's closest to my time zone. She's being very clingy since her operation. Hey, Calios. Yes, el gato. ¿Qué pasó, bebé? Why are you being so clingy? Hey, Kinda Fox, thank you. Why are you being so clingy, baby? Boop, boop, boop. Howdy, Juancho. But yeah, my cat's being very clingy, so I don't know if I can put her down. Okay, now don't bite the cables. If you bite the cables, you're going down. Alright, down she goes. Hey, Suni! Back up she comes. No apriete los botones. Are you just gonna stay there? What? Yeah, if the stream goes down, you know whose fault it is. Hey, Seiya! How's SS treating me? I finished yesterday. I did the last 2 maps on normal because I couldn't be bothered to brain my way out of them, and the enemies were a bit too strong. Like, I could beat them, but they will still like do damage to my echelon, so like I had to be mindful and like repair and stuff, and I was like, okay, this is too much brain power for me to use on a Saturday morning. So I just went back to normal and I finished Slow Shock, and now we're gonna read what's after. You've been dead at work? On the weekends? Guys, we need to pay for a vacation for Seiya. But yeah, if the stream goes down and everything weird happens, you know that my cat is here. And she's dangerously close to both my stream deck and the keyboard, so... And the iPad. She's like right in the middle of all my buttons. LD player. You work full-time and a freelance, so I'm forever working, but it's the weekend. It's you need to have days off. When are your days off? pasta and stuff is really good. Everyone's been telling me that. Lore. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó, cacerolitos? I don't know if you could hear her very tiny meowing. ¿Qué pasó? Sadly, no. She meows very, very tinily. She has like the tiniest meow ever. Girls Frontline. I'm gonna read, baby. You know, I talk to people on the internet on weekend mornings. Would purrs like a car, yeah. Her purring is so loud, and somehow her meowing is so tiny. Now, if the game will open, that would be fantastic. But yeah, she's been super clingy since her operation. She sleeps with me. Now she's been sleeping with me every night. She cuddles up to me and sleeps there all night. Which is something she only did sometimes before. Like sometimes she will go and lay with me, but not at the time I go to bed. So like I will wake up sometimes in the middle of the night and she will be like lying next to me. But then when I wake up in the morning, she's gone. Not now. She's been going to bed with me and then she just sleeps with me the entire night. Like I wake up and she's there. My sister was reading yesterday, so I need to switch account. Excuse me, baby. I need to type. When are you going to tell us you are RPK control streamer? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, my sister finished Slow Shock and read all the extra stuff. Alright, full screen, close all the pop-ups. Anyone still repairing? No, shouldn't be. Yeah. Why is my Kano heavily damaged? When did I use her? I am confusion. No. Do not press the keys. I told you. Ow, ow, ow. Don't bite my finger. You left my fingers all sticky. She bites my fingers and then she starts licking them. I keep getting recording complete notification. Stop that! Okay. Gas rains. No. See, right now she's like right in front of the camera, so. Where are you showering right in front of me? Go wash your hands somewhere else. Why are you looking at me? She's also been doing this a lot, that she just sits very still and stares at me. Average gate behavior, real. You're covering the camera, baby. She has to master her judgment stare. All right. I think we are good to go. Aside from my cat still sitting here, but she can just stay there as long as she doesn't bite anything. So let's get to the game. Come on, load. There we go. Thank you. Ah. Well, I finally got Suomi to mod 2. Now I just need to farm more fragments for mod 3. Whoa, not mod 3. I don't have fragments. No, Seiya, I apologize. I will do better, I promise. I had her no more than level 1 at the start of Slow Shock though, so I've been trying to correct my mistakes. I just lack the resources to do so. For next time, it will be mod 3. Assuming I remember to farm. The Gears Frontline finally opens on my phone now. So, no baby, don't go after the cursor. Gears Frontline finally opens on my phone now, so I can do stuff on my phone. While I'm doing other stuff. Her best wasn't enough. But yeah. Anyway, so yesterday we finished the main story, Slow Shock, which left a lot of open-ended questions that I've been told that a few of them will get clarified in this after post-story thing event. So all I know also is that apparently we follow zombies. Apparently we follow Sangbi's ferry, which does make sense because I was wondering why they got shown at, at that one point and then they just didn't appear again. I get thoroughly slow shocked. The whole thing with Sana was like, man, what? The whole thing with Sana and Nemran. Like, goddamn. What are you making noises? you slide there, away from the keyboard. Away from the keyboard. I fell for them both. Yeah. And the whole thing with Sana, that she didn't seem like a needle. I'm like, was this just an artist mistake, or is she supposed to not be a needle? Is she actually a doll? Like dun dun dun. But that scene was, damn, I was not expecting that from them. You know? Like they actually cared about each other, and I was like, damn. Also, all of Paradeus pretty much ran away. Unfortunately, Mori though is among that list. The bitch. So yeah, there's so many questions. And the Wolfpack was doing something else. So yeah, let's see how many answers we get in here. Let's go. SSE01 Platform. Get my voices button. You shown where answers. Wow. Starting strong. The camera shakes violently. There is a faint electrical hum as the screen slowly brightens, and the rumbling in the background grows louder. What's this bitch? Hello? Hello? Is this piece of crap on? Do you read me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pathetic maggots of Griffin? Drummer continues brutalizing the device. That's not how you fix an electronic, Drummer.
Quit hitting it! It's recording! Everything we say and do is going to be preserved for the commander.
Seriously, you guys? Could you make some room and not block the platform in the background? Let's hurry up and deal with the mission here. There's more good stuff inside the tower. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Team Leader Judge. The tiny.
Everyone, pay attention. Commander, this is the combat log of Team FE56C. Our current location is the Avernus platform. Mission progress. All active forces on the platform, including Narcissus, have been subdued. Daybreak has entered the eastern tower, and they're beginning the signal search assignment. Now commencing sensitive site exploitation.
Click the magnifying glass to perform sensitive site exploitation. Oh. There is an ordinary looking truck covered in bullet holes. It was clearly used as cover during a previous firefight. Some of its cargo still hasn't been loaded yet. Among them, a cardboard box was ripped open by a powerful impact, revealing a white statue of a woman. This statue holds an epithelium in its hand, and there is a mysterious smile on its face. That smile seems somewhat familiar. How dare you? Point and click adventure, let's go!
So this is the kind of junk that Paradeus uses to trick their followers?
When humans have nothing else to place their faith in, they will cling to anything, even a stalk of grass. The radiation levels here are very high, and they're even higher in the vehicle. Alchemy slices open a row of boxes with a swipe of her hand, and a huge pile of spherical objects spill out.
According to our intel and the radiation scans, these are the boxes of Yaso produced by Paradeus. They should be glowing.
The spheres are smaller than the dimensions listed by the database, and more portable too. I know why they aren't glowing. Alchemist fiddles with one, then savagely rips it open, revealing nothing inside the box. A stack of grass break never club memories. No! Why did you remind me?
By the looks of the scene, Paradeus probably destroyed this cargo. But why didn't they ship it away or just dump it? Who cares about looking at a bunch of junk? Let's move on to the next location.
So are they like investigating different things? What's this? Stacks of supply crates lie on the side of the platform. It seems they weren't moved away in time. There is a metal door at the base of the steps opposite them. Destroyer reaches out to push it. It gives way and she almost falls in.
Damn it, I thought it was locked. Don't wreck the scene. We'll head down to check it out after we finish checking the platform.
Huh. On the edge of the Avernus platform, a large fleet of aircraft is vital to keeping Avernus connected to the external watchtowers. Naturally, the aircraft landing pads are also designated as a vital region. The entire platform is supported by a metal framework, and intricate white indicator lines crisscross on its surface, designating different parking areas. It's not unthinkable for there to be several dozen craft parked here during the busiest times. Right now, however, the only thing here besides several largely intact aircraft are scattered hunks of metallic wreckage, engines, and glass shards. The captives have been disarmed and are currently gathered inside a landing pad, not trying to raise their heads. I remember now. We hacked those two aircraft in the distance before they could take off. I personally blew up this one here, knocked its doors right off. In the distance, the hitherto quiescent aircraft that Dreamer is pointing to begins to wobble and creak.
Huh? Why is it moving? Nidos, take cover!
The camera shakes violently. However, the expected sound of gunfire does not come. The fragile aircraft tilts forward like a broken seesaw. A black mechanical arm holding a massive gun emerges slowly from the rear seat. Anita drags her ruined body out of the cabin and pulls the trigger in a frenzy. Oh dear, ammo problem, cutie?
Maggots must be cleansed. This is Big Sister's order.
Alchemist fires off several shots and the struggling Nido stops moving. Glass shards tinkle as they fall to the ground, reflecting the faint light accompanying this drizzle. When will they learn? Let's sweep the platform again just in case more rats come out. Sheesh! Switching to your secondaries faster. Yeah. On the outskirts of Avernus, the rain here is light and intermittent. Shellfire washes across the landscape, scattering blades, armor plates, shell casings, severed limbs, and white-colored debris in its wake. The brightest point in the dark night is a blazing fire that belches thick black clouds of acrid smoke. An overturned truck burns merrily, and the body of a white armored trooper hangs out the side. Burns merrily. It looked like it was trying to flee, but it has been burned to a blackened crisp that hangs forlornly over the doorframe.
That's Team D's chopper.
There's a helicopter not too far off. Its logo has been repainted, and it's half buried in the dirt. Its tail rotor has been broken off and is nowhere in sight. Intruder got jammed by the radiation and her chopper crashed. What a joke. Oh, that was Destroyer actually. It just... yeah. That was Destroyer laughing. I hope it keeps raining. I'll take a nice memorial photo for you.
Hey!
The fine droplets fall in sheets as they splash into the ground. This rain comes from the sky above Avernus, or more specifically, from the collapsed particle clouds. Even the mechanical bodies of dolls and SF units won't survive prolonged exposure to such conditions. The camera wobbles and focuses on a point in the distance. The searchlight on the watchtower was extinguished before the fighting started, and now it stands as a pitch-black monolith in the distance. Solidified collapsed radiation crystals stud the surrounding black rocks.
Huh? We got more visibility now. Take a look.
Was Team D? It hasn't improved much. This rain won't let up for quite a while. Let's move on to the next location.
Huh.
So funny how when Intruder appeared, they was like, oh wow, they remember she exists. And then they proceed to kill her off camera. Wonderful. The same level, SSE01 passage below the platform. The light grows dimmer as the slope continues downward. The mist condenses on the surface of the overhead pipes and drips on the ground. A short distance beyond the staircase landing, the darkened lights shine once again. Noisy machinery hums on both sides, and the dark, broad path seems to lead to an even deeper space beyond. Cool wind blows out continuously from the depths, carefully controlling the temperature of this half-enclosed area.
We finished scanning the internals of the machinery. It's just like what Squad Daybreak said. This is radiation cleansing equipment. The two pipes in the middle running overhead are ventilation ducts, and the thinner ones beside them are energy conduits.
Their footsteps echo through the corridor. The camera keeps moving forward, showing more of the same. Suddenly, a pair of double doors come into view. What should we do? Should we take inside or continue downwards? Pick a door, guys. We're checking the doors. Left, left. This is a sturdy metal door. The passcode lock seems to be controlled via the central system. Want me to give it a blast? Or do you want to try your luck?
Don't tell me it's 000 or 1111. According to Mercury's information, it is indeed 0000.
What, for real? Please enter the code. Wait, really? Damn! Paradeus with these super strong passwords. The door opens. Wait, seriously? Do these needles really have such a weak OPSEC? I love security. There's a sealed room behind the door, as well as a control panel with a row of switches on it. What do these switches do? Press them all, Dreamer.
Wait, don't touch!
Dreamer casually flicks one and Judge immediately flips it back down. Oh god. The room seems to shake. Lame.
Look what I found!
So if they never expected someone to come and invade their base. I mean, yeah, they are sitting in the middle of a black zone, so I guess they never expected visitors, but still. The camera turns to the control panel. On a nearby monitor, a blonde woman explains how to operate the surrounding facilities in perfect interlingua. According to the operator, the lower levels of the platform area can be moved around. This is followed by a composite CGI video clip of two towers soaring into the heavens. After the video ends, it loops around to the beginning, and the viewpoint pans from a vast city toward the twin towers under a bright blue sky, surrounded by trees, grass, and flying birds, which make it look like a forested holiday resort. Huh. The two towers have a Relic's agency logo on them. This is clearly pre-World War III footage. Oh. Hoping RC shows up on Steamfest on 5 February. Yeah. Praying. Wait, so this building can fly? Seriously? Isn't the building on the sky like right now?
Why, are you planning to fall down with the tower once backup arrives?
I can't be bored to wait for backup. I'm flipping the switch already. However, nothing happens. I hope it doesn't have the machine translation. Yeah, same. I hope they fix the translation issues. Oh yeah, right. The building. We grounded the building in fixed point. Because of you, I went into hyperventilation because you told me we had been on Sangbase. Yeah. Look how they're working for us now. Okay, now we check the other door. The hidden door opens without much effort. A humid stench smacks them in the face. Filthy water spills out of the transparent pool in the depths of the room and covers the ground. Above the pool, the wastewater pipes are still spilling all kinds of rubbish, as well as mangled needle corpses. Delicious. Beyond the two glass walls on either side of the room are a series of workbenches, used for sorting the incoming materials. Their plants, fragmented collapsed crystals, mechanical parts. It would seem this is Paradeus's waste processing plant, used for sorting and recycling the refuse from above. What cannot be salvaged here is dumped onto a conveyor belt and thrown into a fissure deep beneath the ground. And now we head down the slope. The air is getting more chilly and humid. As the lights grow brighter, the lines on the ground also become more distinct.
Is this some kind of underground transport passage?
There is a thick square column nearby, which grows wider the higher it gets until its flare top connects to that of another column. a design that is often used in construction to support vast weights. There is no doubt that these load-bearing columns were first laid down when the structure was first built. However, this underground area seems to have been designed in a pre-World War III industrial style, in contrast to Paradeo's usual white decor. There is a logo shaped like a blue globe on the outermost wall, but the paint has started to flake off.
This logo... It belongs to the Relics agency from before World War III. That was when a relics research craze swept the world and all governments built their own relic research centers, each grander than the last. My guess is that this was from that era. After that, World War III broke out, interest in relics waned, and it became a dump for wartime waste before being completely abandoned.
The camera shifts again, shaking slightly as the doll doing the filming walks forward.
I'm picking up movement. Everyone, stay alert. Activate sonic sensors.
Who's doing the filming? Who's holding the camera? Although the static is quite loud, the audio from the footage is still clearly audible. It sounds like a railway train rolling down a set of tracks. After turning a corner, a set of neat railway tracks suddenly comes into view. An unmanned 12-car train pulls into the station, the cargo bed loaded with a pile of boxes the size of a small mountain. Hey, Adriano, hello! Two of them are filled with luxury supplies. What's this, Norwegian lobsters and French wine? And the ones in the back are filled with metal ingots and some parts. Can we take the lobsters and the wine? And here I was wondering how they got all this crap to a godforsaken place like this. Turns out there was literally an underground shipping route. The outward bound trains are here. Come take a look. 3 trains are parked in the rail yard, their bodies covered in a thick coating of dust. Still, it looks like they haven't been driven out in a long time. Should we follow the line and keep checking?
According to our scans, the lines head out of the Dead Sea. Our mission is to investigate Avernus, so let's go.
Sensitive site exploitation completed. Woohoo! Alright, so it seems like this was supposed to be like the base for a city or something pre-World War III. SSE02 Eastern Tower Great Hall. Ah yes, the statue. Under George's leadership, FE-56 storms into the main hall in the Eastern Tower through the front doors, which have already been blown off. Having been cleared by Squad Daybreak, the hall is silent save for the faint sound of Squad Daybreak's gunfire coming from upstairs.
Destroyer, Alchemist, search the hall for any remaining supplies and make sure to eliminate any Nidos who manage to survive. Okay.
The prayer room isn't very large. Destroyer and Alchemist search it for a few minutes before coming back. Daybreak didn't leave much for us to do.
There isn't anything interesting left here besides that headless statue.
That sword the statue is holding is still covered in blood. My guess is someone fell down several days ago and got impaled on it. Oh yeah, it was grey! What a romantic way to die. Of course, Rimmer will think that.
Alright, we finished sweeping the hall.
I'll take that, Grey. Like how Daybreak is the vanguard fighting while SF is sizing instead. Yeah. Well, I mean, Sanguisferi catches way more attention, I feel. Still in chapter 2? You need to catch up. Still salty about light? No, that's valid. We all rejoice at Gray's death.
Dreamer, search the other passages. We're going to take everything of value from the Eastern Tower. Right, looks like there are 2 routes we can take. Namely, the Eastern and Western staircases, which lead to different areas. Your choice.
East?
The Eastern staircase is littered with little corpses. Looks like a squad Daybreak came this way.
West.
The Western staircase is dark. Flashlights or night vision gear will be needed if we go this way.
I see. Oh, and there's like, you can do like with 3 of them. Okay, let's do them in order, going up.
SSE01 Eastern Tower Level 2 East. After climbing up the eastern stairs, they see an area of neatly laid out modular rooms, like a factory. What is this place? According to your map and known intel, this is Paradeo's training facility. Alchemist uses one of her hand blades to push open a half-closed door to a nearby room, revealing that the machines and devices within have not been disturbed. Looks like they are important. Paradeus couldn't even be bothered to destroy them. They left so much stuff behind. Judge, where should we start looking? That thing, that console there. Judge eyes the strange protrusion on the wall and then flings it open. A small window appears before her. She can clearly see the entire training room through it. Did they use this window to observe the trainees? Yes, no other switches here. Alchemist enters the room and finds the observation window's location on the other side of the wall. Scowling in confusion, she returns to the corridor and studies the window again up close. It's one-way glass. There's no way to tell the window even exists from the outside. Why go to all this trouble? Why not just install a camera and be done with it? Installing a camera means that the subject and the observer have both completely accepted that someone is going to be monitored. But one-way glass like this implies that the observer has absolute control of the situation, and the subject has no choice but to obey. All they can do is train under constant fear without slacking off for a single moment. After all, you never know when a pair of eyes will be watching you through that window. Sheesh! Destroyer shudders. That's enough! Let's go, Judge! Yes, there's nothing else of value here.
Drummer will love that, yeah. I'm sure. Let's look at this. The staircase railings. Judge studies the handrails running along the side of the staircase. A trail of dried bloodstains leads to one of the training rooms. After noticing where Judge is looking, Alchemist silently heads towards the room. She tries to open the door, but it bumps into something behind it and does not move. Judge signals to her, indicating that there's an enemy behind it. Destroyer gets ready to cover her. With everything ready, Alchemist raises her hand blades high. And the sound of feeble sobbing comes from behind the door.
Please don't hit me anymore. I'm really tired. Please let me off, big sister. Just let me rest for 5 minutes. No, 3 minutes is fine.
After getting the go-ahead from Judge, Alchemist effortlessly rips the door off its hinges and tosses it aside, revealing a battered and mangled needle behind it. As FE56 suddenly appears before her, the Black Needle tries to flash them an ingratiating smile to mask her sheer terror.
I know I didn't meet the standards for the previous test. I'm sorry, big sister. I'll go train right now. Please give me another chance.
The Black Needle tries to crawl toward the testing equipment, but her ruined body won't let her stand, and all she can do is writhe on the spot. Stop.
Why, big sister? I was really trying to.
Alchemist brings her blade down and puts a swift end to the Black Needle's suffering. Rest in peace.
Let's go.
Sheesh! Sheesh! Yeah, Judge is the squad leader. Whose streamer doesn't have one for Destroyer ready? For she probably does. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of lovely images in these records. Never thought Alchemist would be the one to do this? I'm mercy killing? Yeah. Judge pushes the door open and enters an empty training room. So this is where Paradeus trains then?
Seems normal enough.
Alchemist messes around with some parameter adjustments on one of the consoles, and Judge glances her way.
If you tried it out, you know it's anything but normal. Huh? Why?
Given your IQ, you're better off experiencing it for yourself. Dreamer shoves Destroyer into a training room for improving attack. Dreamer shoves its Destroyer into a training room for improving attack speed. As the equipment starts up, Destroyer picks up the provided weapon in confusion and prepares to take down the targets that will appear. A target tips past Destroyer at lightning speed.
What the hell? Are you messing with me?
Frustrated, Destroyer swings her weapon around, but the target seems to have a mind of their own and nimbly evade her. Soon, the training time limit expires, and Destroyer leaves the room, panting heavily. You gotta see the worst possible grade.
Did you crank up the difficulty to the max? Were you screwing with me?
Nope, that was the lowest setting. It's true, I can vouch for it.
Rejoice, if you'd been unlucky enough to be produced in a Paradeus plant, you wouldn't have survived until now.
Rejoice! No wonder those monochromatically dressed girls are all so agile. Anyone who can pass such a difficult test is bound to be a decent fighter.
Dreamer, make a copy of the data from the equipment.
Wait, do you mean...
It might be helpful to the commander. If you applied such rigorous and comprehensive testing standards to a base, you'd weed out all the dunces in short order.
Alright. Judge, no! Where's Agent? Yeah, probably serving coffee somewhere. As Destroyer watches nervously, Dreamer begins downloading all the training data from the Paradeus machines. Destroyer, I am a dunce? I'm sorry to tell you, Destroyer. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Alright. SSE01 Eastern Tower, level 3. Now on the west side. As you climb the western stairs, a densely packed area of wall-mounted pods that resemble a columbarium appears before them. A what? What's a columbarium? A columbarium. Also called a cinerarium, is a structure for the reverential and usually public storage of funerary urns holding cremated remains of the dead. Ah! I see. I see. A word English speakers don't use.
Is this a storage area? Please don't tell me there are needles lying in there. The map says this is the Western training area. It seems to be focused on electronic warfare and honing intellect. A training area? What can you even train by lying in these pods?
There's only one way to find out. Destroyer, get in the pod. Alchemist notices that one of the training pods is different from the others. It is nearly twice as wide. She opens the hatch, and it even seems deeper inside than the others. This pod. It doesn't look like it was made for an ordinary Nido. Given their size, you could fit 2 or 3 of them in here.
Was it meant for those gigantic, fully mechanized guys?
Those don't even have brains. There's no need to train their intelligence.
I'm not sure who it was made for, but let's bring back the data stored in this place.
Alright. While Dreamer is busy copying the data, Destroyer decides to poke her head inside and take a look around.
Ah!
What's wrong? Destroyer exclaims in fright before jumping back. Alchemist moves up to take a closer look. The inside of the pod is covered in dark brown scratches and stains. The scratches appear to have been made by human hands. A word has been repeatedly carved in a corner and then crossed out. I think you might have hit the nail on the head, Nostromo. That says Anna, no? I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure that's how they wrote Anna. Yep. Anna?
I guess the person in here was desperately trying to remember that name.
But they were all crossed out. I guess I didn't manage to remember it after all.
Yeah, there's nothing else left here. Let's go look elsewhere.
So yeah, that was Ramzan's spot. Huh. Sheesh. Dreamer approaches the wall ahead of her and idly opens one of the pod hatches.
then takes a look at the device parameters within. Anything here worth copying? I don't think so. The process is grueling enough that it will drive 99 out of 100 subjects insane, and the one that remains will be a perfect killing machine. Isn't this supposed to be a training room?
Isn't the baby Nito in PL named Anna too? She just takes that name, she just chooses that name. But she isn't initially called like that. It's ruthless and cruel. Very much in keeping with Paradeus' style, don't you think?
It's nothing more than an abattoir?
What are you doing using hard words, Destroyer? Oh, it's a slaughterhouse. It literally just means a slaughterhouse. I see. I see. Destroyer using French. Like, goddamn.
It's nothing more than an avatar.
A lot of British English words. I mean, that's actually French. I don't know in which English they'll use it. But it's French. Je respect Destroyer Mana. Et oui. Why is there a brat on my screen? Because we're looking and we're following what Sanguis was doing while everyone else was wreaking chaos in Avernus. They're looking around, gathering data.
Oh yes, in fact, I think Avernus was built entirely on a foundation of mass slaughter and sacrifice. Let's go. Better not loiter here.
Shut up, Bellhound. Alright. Destroyer carefully opens a door. When she looks inside, the room appears to be as narrow as a coffin, to the point where the occupant wouldn't have any space to move once they lie down inside. Do you guys remember this lovely room? What's this? Want to have a lie down in there?
Hell no!
I still don't understand what the purpose of this place is. I have no idea what they could train here.
I heard that Nidos have memories from when they were human. I bet retaining their humanity will make it hard to do their job.
So they have to come here regularly to get brainwashed and their memories erased?
It's just a guess. We'll have to bring the information from this place back to base for analysis.
But isn't that the perfect control measure? On the surface, it's training to strengthen you, but it's actually just a means to strengthen their hold on you. All your resistance and rebellion can be chalked up to a single word: failure.
Let's not waste any more time on this place. We still have many other areas to search.
Sheesh! You're right though, yeah. They literally boiled the children, real. Apparently CBT sensor out. Oh no, I could see your message. Yeah, it appeared and then now it shows us retracted. SSE03 backseating system.
Team FE56C has reached level 30 of the Eastern Tower. The stairs from this point on have been destroyed. The only way for us to go higher is via elevator. We need access to use the elevators. Searching for a solution.
I've hacked into the repair systems. The elevator should be up and running again.
Okay, next up should be the data core of Avernus. Everyone, stay alert. Clear the area and take care to preserve the data.
We can conduct our search on 3 levels. The monitoring room on level 32, the data center on level 37, and the office area on level 40. Time has died, so I'll explain the rest to you on the move. Let's get this done quickly. Hey, Cylon! Hello, hello.
Will do, carry on.
Alright, and it opens the 3 right away, but let's just go in order. Climbing up. SSE01 Eastern Tower, level 32. As the elevator door opens, the members of Team FE56 find themselves on level 32. The room before them is a mess. An intense battle has left many computers and monitors strewn all over the place, along with a huge pile of Nido corpses. Among them, a dead white Nido seems to have put a valiant resistance, but she received a bullet through her chest for her troubles. Said bullet has also penetrated the mainframe behind her.
This should be the monitoring room. Not everything here has been taken away. In addition to the computers, there are some paper documents left.
The server has been wiped clean, but I can try to restore part of the data.
Don't let anything go. Search the entire place thoroughly.
Let's search the room first. Let's go in order. Apart from the computers and servers here, there are also many documents left behind. Most of the filing boxes used to store them were destroyed in the previous skirmish, and there's no way to accurately match up the scattered documents on the ground without more time. The filing cabinets have various labels on them. One of them is labeled NUSSR, the Neo-Soviet Union. The files inside it are sorted in the categories NUSSRA, NUSSRB, and NUSSRC. These are different levels of intelligence gradings. The other labels appear to be similar forms of classification. Dreamer picks out a dossier that seems complete and carefully leaves through it. Data file NUSSRA 12064060530014. 2064, would it be 2064? 0505. You know, I don't know how to read that. I don't know what all the numbers mean. Subject, leadership figures of wait, I need an extra thing here. There we go. Subject, leadership figures of NUSSR and
NC. Then NUSSR's committee, working alongside, as well as from the USA, will be providing suggestions and guidance on the formation of the East Union. Furthermore, although the file was not too severely damaged, its contents are still incomprehensible. Most of the text has been redacted, and the remainder is largely unintelligible symbols.
I'm pretty sure they meant the Rosar trees there at one point.
The computers are still operational, though some of the data are irreparably damaged.
The servers show signs of having been hacked. The data are probably lost for good.
Can you reconstruct the rest?
Of course. Mainframe A.
Loading data. Failed to load. Loading research logs. Failed to load. Querying experiment records. Records have been deleted. Querying experimental records. Records have been deleted. Querying experiment records. Records have been deleted. Restoring data. Data restored. Loading. Data file PACC 2064 10211095527. Subject Hervor. Loading video file. Now playing.
Sure love how easy data restoration is, yeah. Dr. Yanakov! Dr. Yanakov! A young nurse runs toward the camera. I found you at last, Dr. Yanakov. The patient in 206 needs debridement, and the chief physician asked me to get you. Alright. I'm busy here, so I'll head over when I'm done. Please hurry. The nurse in the picture nods and runs off. Meanwhile, the expressionless doctor cracks open a tightly sealed door. Inside, a white needle pulls out her scythe from where she has driven it through the doctor's heart. And looks into the camera.
Mission report. We have successfully infiltrated the facility. Target is located in room 402, block 12, Moscow City Hospital number 31. Operation is scheduled to begin at 10 a.m.
The camera shifts up and down as if it's doing a nod. Then the door closes. After that, it travels down the corridor and comes to a stop outside a ward. There's a light knock on the door, but the hand is not capturing frame. What do you mean, Kalina's voice? What do you mean, Kalina's voice?
Please come in!
The video ends. Wait, what? I mean, we know Kalina is fine, but what? Is she though? Yeah, no, she shows up in she is in Girls Frontline 2, and it is actually Kalina in Girls Frontline 2. But what? Also remember, how did Kalina get infected again? Remember she got Elliot infected during Singularity? Question mark? No, I don't remember when. And she had to go to she was in the hospital for a while.
Data file PACC 20641021109527. Subject Road River. Loading video file. Now playing.
Or is it a Nero Kalina all the way to Girls Frontline 2 puts on tinfoil hat? I knew it, Kalina Satido in Girls Frontline 2. Before dual randomness? Oh yeah, it was around around there. I don't remember exactly how she gets the infection though. The shaky camera is blocked by a pair of hands. Then the person in front of the camera backs up and her face resolves into view. She carefully checks the camera, and after ensuring that it's recording, she pulls up a chair and sits down in the center of the frame. Shadowless? This is Shadowless. I will now begin my report. Shadowless seems a little nervous. She runs her hand through her hair. The situation in the TV station is completely under our control. I am confident that more than half of our broadcast will be fully vetted before going out. All potentially disadvantageous information or selected pieces of news will not be aired. Also, I've established a private channel which has reached the expected viewership numbers. All avenues for voicing opinion are under our control. Now, about the previous murder. During polarized light, the commander semi-resistant to red and Kalina got exposed to a lot of radiation. Okay. Yeah, I remember. Public opinion surrounding Dr. Alessia's death is being censored. Doctor who? The public will not know the role Galatea played in this incident. My private radio station has achieved a solid listener base. Information which cannot be distributed through official channels can be personally... Report ends. It's all cut up though. The video ends. Let's go for mainframe B.
Loading data. Failed to load. Loading research logs. Failed to load. Querying experiment records. Records have been deleted. Querying experiment records. Records have been deleted. Querying experiment records. Records have been deleted. Restoring data. Data restored. Loading. Loading video file. Now playing.
Doesn't it hide the truth of the murder of the botanic doctor? Ah. Alessia was the plant doctor? Hey, yo?
Morido, I once told you I needed a proper moment. I believe this is it. You can have a proper talk now. Are you for real?
Don't censor out this.
No wonder you wanted to get that doll out of the way. I'm sure she'd be very disappointed if she knew what you had in mind, right? Don't understand my intentions.
This is back when she was supposedly possessed by M41.
How far are you willing to go for your ideals? What do you want? I need to get back to Avernus. If that's your wish, I can fulfill it. You must help them, just like you helped yourself.
Excuse me, what? The playback ends.
This video is from when Morido was taken captive. I think it was Miss Dandelion talking to her. Is there anything about it that bothers you? Restoring that video was very difficult. It also seems like someone else tried to do it before us.
This was extracted from her virtual cognition image. It's been accessed many times to a startling degree. However, we haven't been able to identify the person who queried it.
I guess this is as much as we can find. Let's move on and check another place.
Alright. Sumimasen narida fuck. I don't think there's anything else here. Let's move on. What are they cooking? SSE01 Eastern Tower, level 37. Who let you show cook? Where are they cooking your brains? Real. Oh, let me stretch. Oh, that was a nice stretch. After the elevator doors slide open, the members of Team FE56C enter level 37. The room before them is spacious, but there is almost no place for them to put their feet on account of the thick layer of mechanical junk that covers the floor. The tangled wires and cables resemble nothing so much as an insect hive filled with eggs. The fighting has not reached this place yet, but the people stationed here have already fled. The huge database here has been completely deleted, but Dreamer's efforts have managed to recover part of it, albeit in jumbled order. You'll need to pay attention to the contents when checking them. Oh no, I need to pay attention. Sweats! Let's check this first. What do you see?
A spider?
Inside the frigid factory, countless needles with identical body types and faces are gathered together. They look at each other amidst the oppressive atmosphere, hostility burning in their eyes.
Then, a single crisp and clear note rings out over the speakers. In an instant, they pounce each other like cannibalistic rats, ripping each other apart, until only one is left standing in the end. You have proven yourself. Now, as long as your gene density meets the standard, you will be allowed to leave. Yes, Father. I am ready. Draw your blood and place it into the analyzer. Understood. Maclean! You're back. Morido places the syringe on the table as she meets the concerned gaze of the girl before her. She pauses for a moment, then she flashes a bright smile. Thank you, big sister. I won't need to take part in the testing anymore. Father has acknowledged me. Holding her own shoulder, Maclean looks at her little sister and smiles back at her warmly.
How dare? How dare?
What do you see?
A scorpion.
A massive stinger tail stabs Estrellet through the chest, then hoists it high into the air before casually tossing it aside. Looks like this is your limit, Grey. There's just no way for you to match up to Narcissus.
Please don't compare me to that mad dog. My talents don't lie in this field. I'm a bureaucrat.
You shouldn't be doing a perfect impersonation. Rather, you must believe in yourself. Believe that you are Grey.
I don't understand, teacher. Is there any other Grey besides myself?
Very good.
Galatea, here I come. What do you see?
A praying mantis.
No matter how many times you ask, my answers will always be the same. I will never join Galatea, and neither will I serve you. Everything I have done is for the sake of humanity as a whole. It is not to serve or protect any one person's selfish interest. Addressing you by serial number is too troublesome. I'll call you Grig. You don't mind, do you?
Grig?
Grig?
I don't mind. Alright, I am Grig.
The saber hums, and all the targets on the training range are slashed to bits in an instant. Who would have thought that giving trash to another piece of trash would produce something of value? This saber is now yours.
Thank you, Father. I will make myself useful for Paradeus and Grey.
I'm guessing that part of Grey saying she will never join Galatea was like OG Grey.
That's all the data we can recover at the moment. We'll just have to bring back the rest. Dreamer?
Greek blade resonating gives me goosebumps. Yeah. What's wrong with Dreamer? Judge is halfway through giving the order when she looks back and finds Dreamer spacing out. Dreamer feels as if her consciousness has plunged into the depth of a lake, surrounded by darkness that is utterly still and silent. As she sinks into the depths of this quiescent electronic ocean, her descent bears ripples that disturb the deadly stillness. Who's there? Darkness. Her mind is adrift. She is unable even to tell up from down or left from right. Even her own sense of existence has become hazy and ephemeral. I've been hacked. Dreamer denies the first notion that comes to mind because this is not an active electronic warfare attack. More like she has been instinctively pulled into this silent domain. Just as Dreamer tries to find an exit, she suddenly realizes that something seems to be holding her in place. Did someone come? Did they come in the end? The tide has rolled out. The only ones who can enter this place are the same poor souls like ourselves. Wait, what is this? Dreamer instinctively struggles to shake off the hand that has grabbed her. However, there is nothing there. You're so cold, so afraid, aren't you? That's okay. Now that you're here, nobody will ever hurt you again. You're in pain. We can hear your voice. You don't have to worry anymore. There's no need to worry anymore. Now you can return to us. Stop. What? She does not feel pain. These voices sound lost and confused. They do not sound malevolent at all. The inconstant, chaotic data wash over her like a tide, almost scattering her. She tries to find the source of the voices, and a frail yet determined voice speaks out. Stop deluding yourselves. The tide has gone out. This place will not last for long. That voice seems to have seized on the weakness of the other voices, because they suddenly disperse, leaving only fading echoes behind. As long as we can be together forever, we will not disappear. Nobody will disappear. We shall be together in neither heaven nor hell, neither cursed nor redeemed. I did not die, nor yet remained alive. Dreamer! Dreamer suddenly snaps back to consciousness, reflexively smashing a table beside her. What happened to you? Dreamer still looks apprehensive. Even her breathing sounds a little ragged. I heard the voices of over 1,000 units, but there was no visual input. What did you say? Were you hacked? Are there enemies nearby? No. Dreamer shakes her head. Not enemies, just a bunch of poor souls. Lovely. There's no need to worry anymore. Me. Panic. You lost the last 40 minutes and now we're putting the Christmas tree back on its box now. Basically, you missed Sanguis Ferry digging through neurotrauma. Some weird videos of like some Neros going after Kalina in a hospital, and then like Morido. I mean, when Dandelion was possessed by supposedly M4, that was not really M4, and was talking to Morido. We got to see a bit of that. And damn, you're watching while driving. Do not. Hey, Koji. But yeah, besides that, has been pretty much like, look at all this neurotrauma. Yay! Like Alchemist Mercy killed a Nero, which is a lot to say in one sentence. Imagine Alchemist Mercy killing someone. Yeah, if you're listening, watching, it's fine. And yeah, Dreamer about people saying poor souls is sure a thing. And we got to see also how Morido was selected on pretty much a battle royale, and I think it is implied that she passed the blood test thing thanks to Maclean, which is sad because Maclean truly cared for her like a sister, and I'm just in pain remembering that. And then we saw a flash of Real Grey saying how she will never join Galatea. Oh yeah, it's been an experience. Just a normal day in Chris Frontline, yeah. Oh hey, it's Nembran! Why do we get a frame photo of this bitch? I mean, yeah, they basically did the same with Ouroboros, but it was digital. I mean, still. But they basically did the same with Oreos, yeah. SSE03 Eastern Tower, level 40. As the elevator doors open, the members of Team FE56C enter level 40. Unlike the other rooms, this appears to be somebody's private quarters. The room is very well concealed. It almost escaped Team C's notice despite a very close search. The room's layout is even more bizarre with its cozy decor that seems incredibly out of place in this gigantic dark tower. In addition to that, a small statuette here seems to have been used for prayer. After a brief check, they can be sure that this room belongs to a high-ranking Nero. Is this Nemran's room? Still funny that a slice of life comedy crossover gave us Sanguis Fairy lore. Real. Let's check the table first. Galatea's recruitment program is proceeding apace under Father's leadership. We have attracted experts in various fields from around the world and built an excellent talent pool. The names topping the list have essentially all been successfully inducted, while a small handful have been especially processed by our secret department. Among them, Grey Blackwell has rejected multiple persuasion attempts and founded her own biology lab in Berlin instead. I recommend switching to Plan B and dealing with her before her influence grows any further. Message received. Permission denied. The matter of Grey Blackwell is to be set aside for the moment until further instructions are given. Oh no, not this scene again! The screen flashes and flickers for a while, before finally resolving into a video recording of people eating. It does not seem to have been taken in this room, but in a more luxurious location. On the other end of a long dining table is a distinguished-looking man who is slicing up the beef on his plate. Wait! Von Overstein? I've never liked any of England's contributions to gourmet cuisine. But at the very least, they can produce a decent steak. Our plan has already reached the implementation stage. But we still need your instructions before we can proceed. The man puts down his cutlery, then he picks up his napkin and dabs at the sauce on the corner of his mouth. Do not speak of topics that ruin the taste of food during mealtime. I sincerely apologize. Nemran rises and bows her head to convey her contrition. Sit. Yes, father. Wait, so is it William or... The man pushes back his chair and rises from his seat. I mean, I know von Overstein is the last name. But... I mean, they refer to this person as a man, and we know William is just like a young man, young teen. So it's like, yes, this is Overstein the politician, but why is she calling him father as well? I have to meet the general in the afternoon. Leave any reports to have to make till afterward. Understood, father. Ferrari analysis. So I managed to make the... I think someone did it already, the meme with like Skipper the penguin. Where he has Kowalski analysis and he uses Ferrari analysis. If not, someone should. But yeah, and they said they were meeting with the general, and we did see a meeting of Oberstein with a general. I'm pretty sure we were shown that. But I mean, like, why does she call him father as well? Because they're pretty much all. They also call William father. We were shown that. Like we saw the weird dinner or mealtime they had. They call William father, except during the mealtime. She doesn't treat him as father because she's pretending to be his mom. They find scattered notes in the room. The notes are not labeled, but from their age and the handwriting, they seem to be records of a very old experiment. So I'm like, yeah, do they call multiple people father? Thinking Rudolph von Oberstein and William von Oberstein the same person, but not sure. I don't think so, because the narration, as said in the previous scene, refers to him as a man, and he talks about going to meet the general, and we know that was von Oberstein, the politician, that goes to meet with a general. While William, we were shown William, he is a boy, so he will not go meet with generals. Severe dystrophy has occurred in the muscle tissue. These are files from... The instruments can no longer sustain life. The subject must be entered into the experimental process ASAP. Oh yeah, it could be that maybe Rudolph wanted to revive his daughter, got Nemran. But Nemran was actually not, really under William/Maidner control. Severe dystrophy has occurred in the muscle tissue. Severe rejection has occurred. Mass necrosis of arm, thigh, and abdominal structures has been observed. Biopsy results indicate that neural locks are having the desired effect at the indicated locations. This might cause some pain, but it indirectly proves that the approach was correct. Condition is gradually stabilizing. The 144th clone has shown a completely new appearance. That being the case, we can begin procedure number 372 on her this afternoon. There is a burnt photograph among the notes. The picture depicts a woman standing with a girl. The woman somewhat resembles Nemran, while the young girl's face has been scorched black and is unrecognizable. Nasia.
What?
As Team FE56 searches the room, an explosion suddenly erupts inside the private quarters. The items and data which have yet to be investigated are consumed by flames as the entire room also starts collapsing. Oh yeah, it could be Sana as well. But no, Sana was Maidner's daughter. Though I guess she could have a picture with Sana. They really care about each other. I knew things wouldn't be that simple. This entire damn room is a trap. The explosion brings down the walls and the ceiling, and after several more blasts, the room is reduced to rubble. The chaos lasts for half a minute before everything slowly dies down.
Status report.
We reacted in time. Nobody was hurt.
Look over there! There's a passage over there!
Into the passage we go. The collapse of the room reveals a passage leading to the link bridge. The Bridge of Judgment leading to the western tower was severed by heavy firepower. What remains of the eastern end of the bridge is covered with bullet holes and scorch marks left by miniature explosives. It is upon this naked metal and exposed structural framework that the destroyer notices a certain familiar component. It is the ruined torso of a doll. Its bionic skin and muscle fibers have been completely destroyed, exposing its melted and ruined metal components. The shreds of her clothing and the remains of her weapon provides a vague clue to her identity. Hopefully her corpse is still functional. Oh, I'm guessing that was either Geiger or Architect. This one is a tinfoil hat theory. What if the overstaying politician is William impersonating him? I mean, they do have tech to change faces based on what Morido said about taking her new face. Oh yeah, it could be also monarchy VC. Yeah, because Geiger and Architect were in the platform downstairs. You're right. I think Overstein is the real leader. His son is William. Could be. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it is the Overstein family, after all. You know, Lunacia von Overstein. We also still don't know if William is your real name. Yeah, he wants to mess with the new Soviet Union. That's why he did all the thing with Carter and Paradeus. He's trying to see how he fits into this whole NATO thing. Or mostly how does him and William fit. But yeah, clearly we see Paradeus is also being used for more political reasons. SSE01 Relic experiment area. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I feel it in my bones. Plot twist: William is not the PPEG. Yeah, I'm like, okay, so William is an issue, but clearly now he does not seem to be the biggest issue as we thought. We know William is alive in Code Bakery. On the OG at least. I don't know if he has made an appearance in the remake. Good morning, dead man. So yeah, we know William, quote unquote, William is a boy in here. Which begged the question for me back then, when we only knew of William, of how he had like all this thing going with Paradeus. But now we have Boehner in, and von Overstein, and Rudolph in this thing. It starts to make more sense how this organization was actually formed. And like William is just making use of all this thing to keep Lunacia alive, yeah. Congrats on 731 subs, thank you! Oh, that reminds me, it's time to gift out memberships. I keep forgetting I can do that. Okay, as soon as my Firefox opens. He doesn't give a fuck about political issues. William? Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt he gives a fuck about all this political stuff. Which made me always wonder, like, why was he messing up with all the German and the Senior Soviet Union thing? What he was messing in there. So now it makes more sense that we have Boehner and the actual von Overstein politician in there. I just need to open this on YouTube. Why can't I do this from YouTube Studio YouTube? Come on. It's what makes the most sense. Why do I need to go and open my stream to be able to do this? Let's go! 5 memberships ongoing now! Yay! Congrats to all the lucky Lucky winners, enjoy your 1 month of free membership. Now you can see shorts of my cat. Next event is going to be late real. Just gonna wait for the... Oh, hey! Thank you for becoming a member. That wasn't me, was it? Yeah, no, the receivers of my... Thank you! Thank you! Thank you so much for the support! Alright, now we continue. We were just starting this, so let's go. And welcome everyone to the Email Bots. Begin recording.
Team FE56C has reached level 56 of the Eastern Tower in Avernus.
Give me a camera. This place is too big and I can't even see to the end of the corridor. Staying together will be too inefficient. I want the next event can Fusion cook faster. I wonder if they are actually gonna simultaneously release it. Or if we're still gonna be CN first and like all the other servers next. I hope they global release it. That would be so fun. If they release it all servers at the same time. I want one too. We'll split up into 3 groups.
Alright, we need to move to the higher floors ASAP, so this works for me. That said, make sure you stay safe. We haven't verified if this floor is clear of enemy signal contacts. Remember to check in regularly.
It will mean they have to delay it for CN to do TL, but it will be cool as fuck. Yeah, but I mean, I've been wondering because it's been a while since the slow shook in CN, so like... It makes you wonder, are they actually working? Have they been working the next event already? And are they just catching up the global servers? Because if that's the case, like imagine maybe they have the event ready or like already progressed. So like translation wouldn't take that much if they have like the event done. According to Bilibili users, next event in March. Was it announced? I haven't heard anything about it. But yeah, Slow Shock released in CN. Let me look. Slow Shock BFL. It was on April 2023. So it's been a few months already. Then Korea got it in May. We got it now December, and then JP is getting it by the end of the month. By the time we're done with the slow shock, JP is gonna get it. So it's been almost a year, yeah. So yeah, they should announce something soon. Yeah, that's long, even for Mika. Because they had gotten into a pretty good schedule with your Frontline, you know? And now suddenly they stopped. And there's the thing is, I mean, the weird thing also is it's not only that, you know, they haven't released an event, it's just that they hadn't announced anything. You know, because by this time, CN should have had an announcement of when the next event is coming. But I don't think that has happened in any of the streams. Like I watch the streams or I go through the summaries of the streams, and there has been no new event announced. And that's the weird part. So yeah, they're cooking. I don't know what they're cooking, but they're cooking. Relax, it'll be fine. It will not be fine. Okay, let's go to the control center. Since we're splitting up, I'll go check out the eastern end of the corridor with Destroyer.
I'll protect you.
Oh, she's so sweet. The simulation area, who's going there?
I'll stick to the plan and head to the western end. We don't know what's over there. I'll contact you if I run into anything.
According to Daybreak, there seem to be a lot of still functional simulation spaces there. And the projection lab area, I guess Alchemist is going that way.
Understood. Try to stay out of trouble.
So you guys are heading east, you're heading west. I'll just double back then. I saw a standalone elevator back there. There ought to be a second level to this place. You have no idea what's up there. None of the circuits I hacked into led upstairs. Be careful. Don't worry, I'll think on my feet. We don't know if next one is last one. Yeah, no, we're in the last arc. We don't know if the next one will be the last one. Maybe you're trying to drama affect your Frontline next event writing at some point? Nah, I don't think so. It didn't even affect Gears Frontline that much. If only they just added more lore to the thing. No, that pig. That is the next one. Yeah, yeah. We go with Dreamer first. Let's see what she's finding out in the control center. As she heads towards the eastern end of the corridor, Dreamer walks through the site of a gruesome battle and enters a room where the signs of fighting are the most intense. The natives that lie fallen at its entrance clearly took massive casualties to defend this place, but the attackers ultimately overcame them. The door has been physically broken down, and the interior of the room is also a scene of devastation. Looks like they really tore this place apart, but we still have a job to do. Destroyer, watch your door for me. Keep an eye open for any survivors trying to ambush us.
Okay, will do.
There is a signal tower used by Paradeus to establish comms in the Black Zone. At the moment, it is broadcasting an intermittent signal. The signal is still working, but there is a new device mounted on. The signal is still working, but there is a new device mounted on it that stands out greatly. Said device is interfering with all the signals that are sent and received by the tower. You now know why this place was in chaos. This jammer is from the new Soviet Union. It's military gear. This smells very much of a state sec. M16.
Why didn't they just blow it up?
This signal tower is just one part of the network. Simply blowing it up would be pointless.
All they could do was use it as an entry point to eavesdrop on and disrupt the network. Just leave it be. The computer. The pewter. The mess of the control terminal is much worse than in the other locations. The blast from a demolition charge did terrible damage to displays, and the carbonized stains from the high temperatures are scattered in all directions for several meters, like an exploded flower. Amidst the wreckage are the remains of an explosive round, whose original appearance can just about be made out. Why did they use so much firepower on this place? That's because this is where the controls for the force field on the rooftop were. Anyone who wanted to break into the eastern tower will have to destroy this place. So Dark Sakum did it? No. Dreamer picks up the fragments of the explosive round and rubs away some of the black scorch marks on it. This was from the ecstasy. Someone was here before us. Statesec and the ecstasy?
How come everyone decided to infiltrate Avernus at the same time?
At the end of the control room are numerous smashed monitor screens. Unlike the beasting system, these were used to keep an eye on the interior of Avernus. After restoring the data, Dreamer discovers that their purpose was to observe and broadcast onto the experimental areas. Also, there are some video files still on the system, most of which concerns the selection of low-spec needles and experiment records. Among them, one particular file has obviously been accessed a lot more frequently than the others.
Experimental batch RXT 1991-4090 low-grade material interaction test. Test subject number 10876 is exhibiting abnormal behaviors. Number 10876, offensive data sampling failed. Defensive data sampling failed. Test subject number 10876 has refused to attack the target. Activate advanced broadcast. Test successful.
Dreamer records the remaining data, then gives it a final once-over to make sure there are no more clues left in the area. Let's go, Destroyer. I don't think there's anything else left here. Wait, Dreamer. The cameras are still running. They can only monitor the situation in this region. We need to move to higher... Dreamer seems singularly unconcerned with Destroyer's point as she turns to leave. However, a scene on one of the monitor screens draws her attention. Is that Alchemist? What is she doing there?
I don't know, Dreamer. What is she doing there? They all succeeded but didn't bump into one another? I mean, they're secret things, you know? They probably will avoid each other, even if they were there at the same time. But yeah, it's funny to think about that. Everyone just got in here. Okay, let's go for Judge first. And then we'll see what Alchemist is doing over there. Visual simulation area. Judge heads westward down the austere corridor, each step a cautious advance. The corridor before her extends so far ahead that she can't see its end, nor can she see any signs of battle damage. Eventually, she reaches an open area, where she sees several rooms with doors that are wide open.
Resume recording. I found several simulation chambers that are still functional. I'll be entering them to investigate now. She isn't picking up hostile signals, so at the very least, she can be sure that there are no enemies here. For that reason, it is even more imperative that she understands what kind of secrets these still-running simulators are hiding. The cold room, the dark room, the warm room. Let's leave the dark room to the end. And go for the cold room first. Wisps of cold air seep out as Judge enters the room as she takes in the scene. The inside of the room is something like a cold storage locker. A woman wearing a thick and heavy-looking outfit is standing over an operating table in the middle of the room, hard at work. Although the temperature inside the room is very realistic, Judge is fully aware that this is merely a virtual, projected image. Just as Judge is moving in to take a closer look, she is startled by the sound of someone kicking in the door behind her. Immediately after that, two humans pass through her body and approach the woman in front of her. The one performing the operation turns around, but her face is obscured by static and jumbled pixels, making her look like a movie monster. We receive an internal report about this and have verified its authenticity. Dr. You are charged with using experimental relic data from a secret project without permission and committing severe violations of academic ethics and integrity. So this is when they adjusted Bainer? Question mark? Do you have anything to say in your defense? You're nothing but short-sighted fools. There's no way to advance your research through conventional means. You morons living in your bubble of bureaucracy have no idea what real science is. You've been involved in Relic's research for many years and even helped draft the Code of Ethics. Actively breaking it is utterly deplorable. Though many people have pleaded on your behalf, we must close down your lab and revoke all privileges that you enjoy. You are fired. The lights in the room suddenly go out. When they come back on again, everyone and everything has vanished without a trace. Judge turns around. The door is still there. However, it is no longer aglow with electronic activity. Once the system detected Judge's presence, it automatically wiped all the data stored in the room. God damn it. It is Martha Maynard? Yeah, most likely. And yeah, it's true. Mona says that CDFI is a state sec. So they were there to help Commander, but they all could have also had their own agenda to accomplish. Let's go to the warm room. I want to leave the dark room till the end, or should we go in order? Let's go in order. The dark room. Only when Judge enters the dark room does she realize that it isn't truly dark. The interior is actually a fancy executive lounge, and when Judge looks back, she sees that the door through which she entered has become a corridor. The milling crowd around Judge pass through her body and vanish once they reach the other side of the room. Meanwhile, Judge's attention is focused on the center of the room, on the person who is clearly the protagonist of this simulation. The melting ice cubes inside the glass bounce off the interior with a crisp sound. A woman sits alone in the center of the room, her face obscured by jumbled pixels and static, making her completely unidentifiable. Then, a gentleman approaches her.
Hey, yo! Good evening, Doctor. And you are? I noticed your glass was empty. I figured this could be an opportunity to make friends with you. I don't need friends. But you do need a drink, I believe. Their glasses touch, and the scene dissolves once again. Ah. The simulation chamber has been forcibly shut down, and the room is devoid of everything in about 2 seconds. After a quick check, George is certain that all the data here has been deleted, without a single trace left behind. Now the warm room. The cramped confines of the warm room make Judge think that she has gone through the wrong door for a moment. Before her eyes is a tiny apartment. Judge reaches out to touch the wall beside her, but her hand goes clean through it. The apartment windows are covered by curtains, and it seems to be night outside, because the interior is very dark. On the far side of the room is a large screen, and there is a set of active earphones on the empty seat before it. The screen shows an airport, where a woman whose face is obscured by static and jumbled pixels is disembarking from a plane. A familiar man waits on the tarmac below to receive her. The two of them shake hands, then Judge hears a middle-aged man's voice through the earphones. I knew we'd meet again. I will work with you, Herr von Oberstein. The man pulls his hand back and nods, before glancing at the other side of the plane, where several workers are carefully unloading a cold storage case. You are most welcome, Doctor. Uh-huh. Interesting. Judge exits the room. All three of them self-purged their data after she entered, leaving nothing behind. She can't help but feel unnerved by this creepy situation, but at the very least, she has recorded everything she saw so she can analyze it at leisure. Just as Judge is about to leave, the ceiling overhead suddenly explodes, raining chunks of debris all over while a dark figure falls out of thin air. Judge raises her weapons and prepares to counterattack, but as the dust clears, the figure within the cloud of dust takes her by surprise.
Alchemist?
I managed to get out then? Damn, what did Alchemist go through? Let's see. SSE01 Projection Experiment Area. What got her so worked up, I wonder. Alchemist goes down a different route from her friends and boards a standalone elevator. After exiting the elevator, Alchemist finds herself one level above, but everything before her eyes is pitch black. Upon realizing something is wrong, Alchemist immediately turns to leave, but after taking a few steps, she realizes she can't feel the elevator she took up here. Well, this is annoying. Her communicator doesn't seem to be working, so all she can do is feel around for a way out. Blowing wind, fragrance of flowers, sensation of heat. Blowing wind. Reduced to groping around blindly in the darkness, Alchemist decides to trust in her sense of hearing. She slowly heads towards the sound of howling wind, when all of a sudden a brilliant light banishes the darkness before her eyes. In
the very next moment, Alchemist finds herself standing under the night sky. This is an airfield at night. A strong, cold wind buffets her body, and before her is a plane that is about to take off. A clamorous noise comes from behind her. She turns around and sees a group of humans coming her way. How will the government deal with the contamination from this explosion? Why has the spread of the affected area not been curtailed? Could you please tell us what the actual conditions are like? How many casualties are there? Could you answer us? Mr. Minister, please answer us. The search and rescue teams are doing their best to rescue victims, and the purification work is underway. Then could you please tell us why you chose this moment to leave? According to an inside scoop, most of the wealthy residents in the city have packed up and left. Is it related to the government's inability to manage the spread of the contamination? I am leaving on official business. Please do not make false allegations. A government official is attempting to fight his way through a throng of pressmen towards his private plane. Tensions are high and tempers are heated, judging by the exchange of words and the jostling bodies. A moment, please, Mr. Minister. Please answer this question. Were the funds earmarked by the government for purification purposes used on actual anti-contamination policies? Minister! In the end, the official gets on the plane under the cover of his bodyguards. Exasperated, the media begins shouting abuse at him. Just as he is about to leave, a massive explosion blows the plane to bits right as his engine starts up. The shockwave sends the crowd around it sprawling on the ground. Merely burning flames rip through the night in a terrifying scene. A troop of Paradise soldiers suddenly appears. Alchemist reflexively raises her weapons, but then she hears the screams from behind her. A hail of bullets massacre all the bodyguards and journalists present. They whiz through Alchemist's body, but do her no harm. After ensuring that there are no survivors, the white faction troopers surround the area. Then the official, who was apparently killed in the explosion, emerges from among them. He clears his throat, and then... It was just a small accident. Please keep calm, everyone. The situation is under control. We will devote all our efforts to protecting the people, so please do not panic. Everything goes blank. The lights immediately go out, and Alchemist is plunged into darkness once more. At the same time, she realizes she can't hear the wind anymore. Bro? Have they been replacing politicians? This is like every conspiracy theory you can think of rolled into one. Head towards the fragrance of flowers. Reduced to groping around blindly in the darkness, Alchemist decides to trust in her sense of a smell. She slowly heads towards the sweet scent of flowers, when all of a sudden, a brilliant light banishes the darkness before her eyes. In the very next moment, she finds herself standing in a courtyard. The birds are chirping, the bugs are buzzing, and the wind is blowing through the trees. A vista of tranquility. This is the source of the floral fragrance that Alchemist has smelled. I'm just gonna stand up for a second. Alright, we're all the way up. There we go. The sound of an engine comes from behind her. Alchemist turns and sees a black sedan parked at the doorway of the garden. Two bodyguards in black quickly exit the vehicle and pass through Alchemist before entering the mansion in front of her. Just then, a middle-aged man slowly disembarks and quietly peers through Alchemist. The bodyguards emerge from the mansion with a girl in tow. She looks tensely at the middle-aged man, wondering if she should speak. This is a necessary sacrifice, my daughter. No sacrifices are ever necessary, father. You are simply tormenting your own daughter for your own personal gains.
That's a smart girl. You will understand me someday.
The man waves, and the bodyguards shove the girl into the car. Father, Rudolph, you can't! With a roar of its engine, the car vanishes rapidly into the distance. Everything goes blank. The lights immediately go out, and Alchemist is plunged into darkness once more. At the same time, she realizes she can't smell the flowers anymore. Alright. Huh. Okay. Sensation of heat. Reduced to groping around blindly in the darkness, Alchemist decides to trust in her sense of touch. She slowly heads towards the rolling waves of heat, when all of a sudden, a brilliant light banishes the darkness before her eyes. I bet the one who screamed, "Father, Rudolph, you can't," it's William. Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's why I didn't try not to give him such a girly voice. Because it felt weird that she will scream that as she was inside the car already. In the very next moment, she sees a glowing fireplace before her. In the darkness, this light is her only signpost. There is a sofa beside the fireplace, but nobody is sitting on it. Beyond the sofa is a small table, with several letters on it. There is a fire poker by the sofa, its tip glowing red. Upon closer inspection, over a dozen letters are burning in the fireplace. Alchemist approaches the table and tries to pick up one of the few letters that remain on it, but her hand passes right through. She has no choice but to only read the parts that aren't covered up. The Holy Grail project aims to explore the influence of the Relic civilization on humanity itself. In particular, its director and lead researcher, Professor from Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, was investigated and expelled from the US Relics Agency for academic misconduct. I believe she will be of great help to us. Is a top-class specialist in relic scientific research, and she will doubtlessly have an extraordinary effect on pushing our plan forward. We should spare no effort in attempting to recruit her. She is currently still in the Neo-Soviet Union, but will return to Germany soon. That will be our chance. The Hela research program is going very poorly. To date, there have been no successful cases. Perhaps I thought too highly of her. She's a lunatic. She's a lunatic. As Alchemist tries to learn more, everything goes blank. The lights immediately go out, and Alchemist is plunged into darkness once more. At the same time, she realizes she can't feel the heat anymore. The wind has stopped blowing, the scent of flowers has vanished, and even the heat has cooled off into nothingness. In the darkness, Alchemist is completely lost, and she cannot find the elevator.
What a messed up place. Alchemist raises her weapons and revs up her motors, instantly maxing out her strength and mobility outputs. Then she dashes forward and starts staring wildly at her surroundings. The tremendous destructive force instantly annihilates the room. Her footing vanishes as the punctured floorboards collapse, plunging her downwards. I see. I see. So yeah, basically they called Martha in and then they were like, no, she's insane. Alright, there's a new operation level coming. Let me go get some water, I'll be right back. Hello, Ariadne, hello. Welcome. Give me 1 second to refill my water, I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back with more water. Alchemist did survive? Yeah, she's fine. Let's keep going. SSE01 operation level. We're getting to the top, slowly but surely.
Error.
I can't hack the door. The security level here is higher than all the floors below combined. Destroyer, what are you doing? Stop!
Time to do what I do best.
Of course. A huge hole erupts in the alloy door leading to the labs on level 76. As the smoke clears, Destroyer dusts her hands off.
No door can withstand my precise demolition.
Your teammates can't withstand it either.
There's bound to be some margin of error.
Dreamer leads the way into the lab. Clear. This is... Guys, come take a look at this. Oh. Fancy.
This place is incredibly neat and tidy compared to the labs below.
Yeah, they totally cleaned this place out. They moved everything of importance.
Time is tight. Let's check it out quickly.
Judge turns on her camera. I always said the master key for any door is a 40mm grenade reel. This is an ice-cold operating table, polished to a shine. Judge bends down and carefully searches the area below the table. There is a dried-out piece of blood-soaked tissue the size of a mug bin stuck in a crevice. Judge carefully twists it out and places it on an analyzer. That was pretty professional. Maybe you should call yourself Corner instead. It even fits, kind of.
I might consider that if you'd be my first cadaver.
Nice to meet you! Greetings from Japan! Oh, thank you! I'm JPVTuber. Oh, hello! Hello, Ichika. Oh, my Japanese is very bad. Konnichiwa. Yoroshiku! Hello! You wanna be an EN VTuber? Yay! Go for it. I am an EN VTuber, but English is not my first language. So yeah. You can do it. Thank you for dropping by. The analysis results are soon available. English is hard, real.
DNA analysis indicates that this tissue belongs to Angelia.
Oh!
The makeup indicates that the tissue contains small quantities of beta-type anti-inflammatory chemicals, which are primarily used in artificial limb lubricants.
Oh. You look and voice great. Oh, thank you! Thank you! Thank you.
Initial analysis suggests that this portion of human tissue came from her left arm.
Huh. Wasn't her left arm the mechanical one? Let's look here. This is a solitary operating console. There are marks on the surface where other pieces of equipment have been removed. The connector cables are still there and apparently usable. Data fragment. Cognition and perception exist before individual experience can adapt to the external environment. The existence of suggests the possibility of collective unconsciousness. Consciousness is not only generated from stimulating to reconstruct the consciousness, but this method is still flawed, and rejection will likely lead to neural calcification based on neurons using chips and radiation produces on nerves. I love how everything is jumbled up. Also likes button. Thank you! Arigato! Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you, thank you. Here. There are 3 cameras hanging over the operating table at different angles, most likely for recording surgical procedures. The video files have been deleted. I'll try to restore them. Whoa, let's go. I found a remaining snippet.
Loading.
A shadowless lamp illuminates the operating table, where a person lies under a sterile drape. The operation proceeds smoothly in silence. Then, at the 1 minute 12 second mark, the patient's foot jerks.
Her leg! It just moved! Her BP and HR are also rising. I gave her the full dose of the anesthetic you ordered. Not 1 drop less.
It's not your fault.
Intraoperative awareness has occurred. Should we increase the dosage?
Under the shadowless lamp, the scalpel continues moving over the patient's skin, the sharp blade leaving thin streaks of blood in its wake. No. I thought I'd be quite emotional at this point. As it turns out, I'm not feeling anything at all. Anna, too much time has passed, and all my feelings have gone numb. I hope you'll give me a new surprise. The patient under the sterile drape makes no response. Not that she can. Someone has cracked the pass-through window open by a bit, probably just enough to stuff a thin, flat object through it. The area beyond it is visible through the window. There are rows of purification equipment there, but they have all stopped working now.
Let's go blow up! Search the next lab. Judge and Alchemist are about to break the connection, but then... Signal jamming. Oh yes, sound like the last words of a loser. A calm woman's voice speaks over the sound of static.
If everything in life is futile, then what is the point in struggling? Okay. What was that all about? Maidner! I'm traumatized. Oh god, we're almost to the top. Hey yo! Is this the 4 characters I need during this event? I mean, she was the first one to say it. And then everyone just kept repeating it. Final one? This is the final one? But I have so many questions. Alright, let's go. SSE01 Secret Corridor. I don't like that Morido is there. Unknown location, Avernus. A silent path extends a short distance forward, ending in an empty room which has been scrubbed clean. There are faint traces of a previous battle on the walls on either side. The walls are very clean, and there are signs that they have been whitewashed. Upon closer inspection, however, there are fresh scratch marks at their base. Someone's shoes seem to have scuffed them while running. The walls? Several bullets have struck the wall, probably not long ago. Apart from that, the walls are intact and immaculate. The door's ID mechanism has been completely formatted, and all data on it has been lost. Even the fingerprints there have been scrubbed clean. The only thing left worth investigating is the camera that hangs above the room. One will not expect to find anything even if the system can be hacked. But surprisingly enough, someone has left a little surprise behind. Oh no. Hola! This is a surveillance video clip. The security camera is zoomed in to fully encompass the lab entrance. Even the conversation behind the door is perfectly audible. Do you have any further orders? There is no response. After the pause, Morido speaks again. Goodbye, Father. I will faithfully execute your perfect plan. The lab door opens. A woman emerges. She stops in the doorway, then turns around to smile at the person inside the room. Oh yes, Father. The thermostat will be shutting off soon. Please keep yourself warm. She closes the door with a smile. She turns until she is facing the camera. She even raises her head slightly to ensure the camera gets a good look at her. She twirls a strand of her hair around her fingers. After taking the time to compose herself, she saunters off. A gunshot suddenly rings out, and the camera goes dark. However, it is still recording.
Hands up, William. Keep your back to us and slowly get down on the floor. A man's voice leisurely answers her. It rings with a timbre. It rings with a timbre that is too bright for an adult man's voice. His voice is youthful, but his tone is mature. I probably shouldn't expect dolls to adhere to social etiquette. Let's go then. I've long wanted to meet that commander of yours.
What? What? The real mission. So we did get William. So yeah, we're gonna finally meet William face to face in the next event, bro. Let me look at my ID. Beautiful. But yeah, so I can't hold my excitement for the next major event real. Yeah, so like everything is falling together. Hey, Hells! Everything is slowly falling together into place. So like, yeah, real mission. Saving Andy was like secondary. Yeah, the real mission was to get William. That was DeFi was doing. I mean, what's left of DeFi, which is a 94 and AK-15. And they actually got to him. But who left that recording there for us to find? So I guess that was just that could have just been like narrative stuff, just so us, the players, will get to see. and Morido is still out there doing something. So William didn't leave alongside everyone else. No, Anjepak and Coletta are not with them. They were sent separately. I don't think they were operating together. Let's get to the chatting screen to chat a bit. You're finishing the common road of Chaos Child. Let's go. How are you enjoying it? Coletta seemed to know regardless. I mean, they might have told her. But yeah, Coletta and RPK Angela are probably doing their own thing. Or maybe they left together afterwards. Because I mean, she also wants to get to William, but I mean, I don't think so, because then why will she fake her death like that? Because I'm pretty sure by now that she faked her death. Pandora on Angel's body, I'm pretty sure she faked her death for some reason. Maybe to get to hunt Martha, yeah. Yeah, I feel like after all we saw, I feel like Angela is more interested in Martha than William. Fate, who's dead? Anges. I mean, quote unquote Angie. So DeFi went to recover William. And that mission was for the commander. The commander sent them there to get William. So, but yeah, Anya did say she wanted to get to Martha, and RPK did tell her that she will fulfill her wish, live through her and fulfill her wish. So it makes sense that she decided to fake Anja's death and probably live with Coletta and with all the other Nidos that ran away. Because a bunch of Nidos, especially the high-ranking ones, they left. They ran away in planes. So we're gonna get to see William at long last. And yeah, William letting himself get captured is sus. Yeah, that also, because everyone has left. Like, everyone left. And we see that Morido left before him, so like he had plenty of time to live with them. Why didn't he? Why didn't he? Is this a new way of him trying to get to Dandelion? He was just there? I mean, why wouldn't he be in Avernus? They literally just show us how he gets caught. Yeah, the whole thing with Morido, I will finish your plan. Well, so what is the plan? What is this boy cooking? Yeah, no, he didn't do anything to avoid it, exactly. So that way it's sus that he just left himself because clearly he had plenty of time to leave. If everyone else lived, like Morido left, Nemran left, Rig left, Ramave left. Martha left. Anje and Coletta probably left with them. But yeah, also I do wonder how much was planned from the beginning, how much was made up along the way. Because for a long time we had William as the main force, and then it was revealed that William was a boy, which didn't make a lot of sense. But now that they're adding actually, like Martha and the Overstaying themselves, everything just starts to fit together much more. Like everything makes much more sense now that, okay, so that's how, they were able to do this hidden thing and, and operate hidden in like German ground without no one doing anything, because they're all colluding together. And I don't think there are hints from that since the beginning. Probably the first few hints of like Oberstein. We've been getting hints of Oberstein being sus for a bit. So they probably started cooking that around then. And now they just reveal like, yeah, they're working together. And as I said, everyone makes sense now. Like, that's why they were like just in Germany operating freely, because they were doing so much shit that there was no way they weren't stopped before. You know, the whole thing with Galatea and like the whole thing with buying orphans to experiment on by pretty much funding orphanages. And that was not secret because remember the lady running the orphanage, she knew, and like she actually killed herself because she couldn't, at one point she couldn't bear with the guilt. I don't know, she killed herself or was she killed? I can't remember. But like, yeah, she was getting to that point that she couldn't bear with the guilt of having, you know, these kids just be taken away for experimentation. Free kids! Yay! William being young is also weird. He should be same age as Anja. No, I don't. That's never been weird. We always know that William was young, which is why it was strange, you know. He is much younger than Commander and Anja. That joke about the twist of William not being the real villain I made now feels too real. Yep. Yeah, considering he's alive in RC, he had to be young here. And we knew he was young because, like, he's Lunasia's... I think he... I forgot. Was he his younger brother? He's Lunasia's younger brother, no? And Lunasia was also a young girl when she died. She did. And what's Dante's plan? Yeah. I mean, what did that thing that possessed Dante at some point? What did she want? What did she want to accomplish? And is she actually truly gone? Well, let me sit back down. My knees are getting tired. I'm old. Down, desk, down. There we go. Could they be from Antarctica? Maybe? I don't know if the Antarctic Union will get to make an appearance in Frontline 1. It was not enforced, it was actual Lunasia. We don't know. We don't know who it was. She said she was M4. She tried... Wasn't it M4 one who took over Dante? No. She pretended to be N4. But she wasn't M4. Yeah, M16 figured it out and she told everyone, like, that's not M4. And then she actually said that, I'm pretty sure she said that she never said she was. We just assumed. Did we lose Dandelion? No, Dandelion is back now. After that, I think she shut down for a second and then Dandelion was back. We at the end might as well tease them for Gears Frontline 2. I mean, yeah, that's definitely what they're doing. I mean, we already got the Elmo. The Elmo is the thing that we... the Elmo is basically your base on Gears Frontline 2. As we explore the Outlands. So we should be closing in on Commander sticking it up to Griffin and being like, I'm not gonna be your puppet anymore, and leaving. Oh, the Antarctic Union. ¡Ay, ay, ay! ¿Por qué te caíste? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó, bebé? Did you miscalculate the height? She's flopping on the floor. I don't know if the Antarctic Union shows up in Frontline 2. They show up in Reverse Collapse. I can't remember when they actually opened their doors, lore-wise. Now you made the jump. Why are you being so clingy? You usually let me finish. They disbanded Griffin. You know, but Commander leaves. Like, they're not mutually exclusive. But yeah, then Griffin gets... It gets either disbanded or it gets, like, very reduced in power. And yeah, we should be seeing the rise of the UR and C soon. Sorry, my cat is in front of the camera. You're licking my finger. But yeah, we should be seeing that, and then at one point we should be seeing also Commander leaving Griffin. The URNC is the United something something, the roster trysts. The South of Griffin basically got spread out to other things to reduce the power of Griffin. Yeah. But I said, I think Commander lives... He either lives around there or before. And so I'm guessing we'll get to see Commander living. The Antarctic Union UA closed their borders. Yeah, they isolated themselves. I don't remember when they opened their doors, but they're out already by Reverse Collapse. I can't remember when they open... Or they open their doors again, because Reverse Collapse is all about the war or battle between the Antarctic Union and the Rosa Trysts. The oil tanker incident in 2084. Ah. 2080 something something. Yeah. Yeah, so by Reverse Collapse, they've been open for a while. But yeah, so they shouldn't be that prominent in Girls Frontline 2 then. Reverse Collapse is really where they show up. I mean, you play as the Antarctic Union in Reverse Collapse, so... How many plotters do we have at play right now? So we have Overstain and Martha apparently working together. We have William that is somehow in between those two, but he seems to have his own plans. And his own plan also involves Morido, who's went on, she left Avernus with everyone else to quote-unquote fulfill his plan, while William let himself be captured. We got Anje Pandora and Coletta probably leaving after Martha, I suppose. So they probably left with the rest of Parados that flew away. And I think that's all the big plotters for now. Oh, when I'm Griffin, of course. Mr. Griffin, the Earl, who has his own agenda. Because of course he does. Of course he does. The Earl has been plotting something. Can't wait for the commander to punch interrogator William. God, I hope they do. Please. And yeah, and Carter being played like a fool also. No! Don't lie on my function keys. That's like the most dangerous thing you can do. Not the F keys. Cause havoc. You're being so clingy. She usually leaves me and a stream. No, you're pressing on my iPad now. Okay, I need to put you down. Onto the pouch you go. She usually leaves me and stream. But she's being very clingy now. She's missing her beaties. She wants something to fill the void. But your cat's name's Final Fantasy 16. I don't reveal her name on a stream. I'm still not sure if I should. But she's named after a Final Fantasy 16 character. But yeah, everyone calls her baby or like Yatura. Maybe calls her Bebe. Or you can call her by any Final Fantasy 16 character name. Or just call her Final Fantasy 16. So Sid. Such a lady's name. Chaton. My little baby. Catalina. Do you want to pour for the mic? So you can heal everyone of the PTSD that is Gears Frontline. Okay, how can I get the mic onto you in a fast and efficient way? Let me just close Gears Frontline. Here, wanna pour for the people? Alright, enough. Hope you enjoy the bees. Right, you can lie there, just don't put your paws on the F keys. I bet it will and capture Kalina to blackmail Commander. Yeah, I'm wondering. Because she hasn't... I mean, she was in the hospital, and we haven't heard about her since, like, we were told she was recovering, and that's it. But yeah, so much to come. So much to come. But yeah, it really does feel like the beginning of the end, you know, we're starting to get things. I kind of wonder, when will RPK Angie show up again? Because she was gone. And why did she fake her death, you know? Why couldn't she just pretend to be like, oh yeah, Angie, you rescued me, yay! It's like, what are they cooking? I mean, we know they want to go after Martha, and that's probably why they want to stay with Paradeus for now. That would be the easiest way to get to her from inside, instead of like going out back with Commander. But why just cut off Commander like that? You know? After everything they've gone through. It's interesting. For the drama real. Wonder what the Girls Running 2 climax will be. I mean, we clearly have now don't bite the iPad. What was I saying? You interrupt my train of thought, baby. We got the whole thing going with the girl, the mysterious girl. And there's also the, you know, the umbrella lady that gets shown at the very beginning that has some weird collapse abilities. So like clearly we're still, even in Girls Frontline 2, we're still not out of the weird shit woods. When is the next event? Whenever it gets released, we don't know. We'll probably be getting the Ghost in the Shell collab first, I assume. Kalina went her separate ways in Girls Frontline 2. What's up, baby? But yeah, she went. She's working as a what? I can't remember what she was working as, but like she has like a job in a white zone, so she's living the life. So we're not. I don't think we're sure yet why they went their different ways. I mean, Commander decided to leave Griffin, so there's that. We don't really know what Kalina did at that point. But yeah, we know they left in awkward terms, because there's that scene when they meet in Girls Frontline 2. They're just like very awkwardly being like, oh, hello. It's this very awkward scene of Commander just like opening a door and Kalina is there, and they just sort of look to the side like very, very uncomfortable atmosphere. So yeah, what's the thing with Kalina right now? That is the real question. We can find out how she and Commander went their separate ways after. Now my real question is, what was with that recording? Did they go after her? While we were like doing all this and she was recovering, they just went after her? Right, baby? What do you think? But yeah, oh man, that was great. It really added a lot to the lore. Was Kanye in the same hospital as the plant lady? I don't know. Stay there, baby. But yeah, man. That was intense. What other weird thing we saw? I mean, Overstein apparently willingly sacrificed Lunacia for something? Like, what? And yeah, we didn't get a full story on what Sana is. I don't think we'd get something because she was pretty much linked to Avernus. She said she couldn't live and just let herself fall onto the explosions below. There are also the two Nidos that escape, and I wonder if they actually managed to escape. And if they escape, I wonder if we'll get to see them. No, those are not as important, I guess, but it's just curious, you know? It's like, why will they show them, like, trying to run away? It was interesting, very interesting. Oh god, so many questions. So many mysteries yet to unsolve. But yeah, man. I love how everything is just slowly starting to make sense. Where if one of the Nidos that escape becomes Nemesis? I mean, you never know. Everyone is going insane over Nemesis having Paradeus logos on her. And I mean, honestly, same. But I wonder if we'll see something about that on Girls Frontline 1. I mean, they're probably gonna leave that for Girls Frontline 2. But I wonder also, it's like, how has it not been mentioned already? Because it seems that Nemesis has been working with Commander in Girls Frontline 2 for a bit. So like, why does she have Paradeus stuff? Is it just a coincidence? That like she happened to find Paradeus stuff, Paradeus clothes, and put it on? Or is there something else going on there? Why does she have the Paradeus logo, baby? I love solving conspiracy. Yeah, it's very fun. It's very fun. Trying to connect everything and put the tin hat foil on. Tinfoil hat on, I mean. Everyone is a triple agent at this point, real. Okay, baby, I'm gonna put you down again. Stay there. I'm gonna feed you in a bit. I need to give you your medicine too. That was great. The slow shot was great. And I feel it really fits the name too, because it was really like a slow shock. But like, I don't feel it was, you know, as action-packed as other events. It was just very like tenseful and introspective at times. You're gonna drop my iPad. Do not bite my cables. But it was great. It was good. Everyone is Q. Real. Goddamn. Goddamn. What a good event. Now we just have to wait and remember all these things we're talking about for next time. In like a few months. My only slow shock letdown was not having a level where you fight the American Rangers and having their TV sprites added to the game. Oh yeah, but I mean, yeah, because Angie's mission wasn't really to fight them. You lay my hands full of hair, and I can't brush you because you have your onesie on. God damn it. Why do you produce so much hair? I will hardly be able to remember my own name after this hour. Will you be replaying Longitude stream once it arrives in campaign? Oh yeah, right, I didn't get to play that on a stream. I can do that if people want me to. Longitude strain is great. Longitude strain is amazing, so if people want me to read it on a stream, I'll do it, definitely. I'm more than down for it. Hello, Smiling Money. Sure, heck yeah. Yeah. Alright then. The people have spoken. Because it's too good. It's too good. It's so good. It's so good. And then you'll get to know like Maggie and Irma for the ones that didn't play. Yes, please. For the ones that didn't play, you'll get to know Maggie and Irma and all the so quite a few characters appear here. Maggie, Irma, Lyudmila. What is LS? Longitudinal strain. The event before this one. Yeah. And it's so good. So yeah, once it arrives in campaign, I can definitely do it. Isn't that coming soon? Now that I think about it, was it, or am I just hallucinating? But yeah, I'll try. I'll have to remember, and put that in at some point. A lot of war crimes in the Longitude strain. Yep, hell yeah. You love to see it. Will remind you? Yeah, remind me if I forget, because I might forget. So pressing keys. But anyway, I think I already wasted all my brain cells analyzing what we saw. If I think of something else later, I might mention it at some point. But for now, yeah, we're done with the slow shock. There's nothing else more to do. Oh yeah, Tareus also appears in Longitude strain. And but yeah, we finished the slow shock, and my baby's being way too clingy right now, so I'm gonna end stream here. As always, the schedule will be up either late today or tomorrow. I just need to confirm something with Coco first. She still hasn't come home yet. Same, I need to keep pulling But yeah, I need to keep some confirm with Coco whether we're gonna continue our Danganronpa tier list next week or not. But what you can expect for next Saturday is Neurocloud, the Taishi event. I wanna do that. Everything else I'm still not sure, so stay tuned. And no stream on Tuesday because Final Fantasy new patch day, so I'm gonna be playing that with my friends. Yay! But yeah, stay tuned for the schedule. Remember to stay safe, stay hydrated, rest well. And I will see you guys next time. So bye bye.